Welcome to The Cauldron, where we talk about neurodivergent business ownership, ADHD-friendly systems, and the messy reality of building something sustainable. My name's Em. Let's dive in. This is the first episode, and I think that I want to talk about something that has really been PMO lately, which is the ADHD tax. It's the concept that ADHD brains pay extra in time, in money, in energy, in guilt, just trying to use systems designed for neurotypical brains. So, like, examples in traditional business advice would be like, oh, just batch your content on Sundays, or oh, just wake up at 5 a.m. for your morning routine, or like, oh, just plan your quarter in advance. It's the assumption that consistency means doing the same thing the same way every time. But consistency for ADHD and other neurodivergent brains does not necessarily mean repeating. More often it means returning. So there's actual neuroscience behind why traditional business advice doesn't work for ADHD brains. First off, we have executive function deficits. Our prefrontal cortexes work differently. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for planning and organizing and task initiation. We're not lazy or undisciplined. It is literally harder for us to initiate tasks, especially ones that aren't immediately rewarding. We also have interest-based nervous systems. So our brains are driven by interest and challenge, by novelty, by urgency, by passion, not importance or things that we should be driven by. So traditional advice just assumes that you can decide that something is important and just do it. And that is not how ADHD works, I fear. We also have working memory challenges. So holding multiple steps of a process in your head while simultaneously executing is harder. So just follow this 12-step content calendar system is setting you up to fail. Setting you up to fail. We also have dopamine regulation issues. Our brains don't regulate dopamine the same way as neurotypical brains, so tasks that don't provide immediate dopamine hits are really hard to sustain. So that's why the whole consistency advice thing is so brutal for us. We also have time blindness. So I don't know about you, but for me, the past and the future feel equally distant. So saying plan your quarter two in January when January and April feel the same distance away is nearly impossible. All traditional productivity and business advice assumes neurotypical executive function. So it's not bad advice for neurotypical brains. It's just not designed for how ADHD brains and other neurodivergent brains actually work. So what actually does work? I am going to get to that, LOL. First, I'm going to sit down with my partner, Elliot, and we are going to chat about what the ADHD tax has cost us in our life and cost me in my business. We've gathered here today.
Yeah.
To talk about the ADHD tax, which is the concept that people with ADHD, neurodivergent people, tend to pay more in money and time and energy and guilt because of various things.
Sure.
That are related to our brains and how they work.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, should you introduce yourself?
Should I?
Yeah, probably. This is the first episode.
Oh, hello. My name is Elliot, and I am Hubsend.
Yes.
I am of sound mind and body.
Doing this completely of your own volition and not coerced.
No, not at all. I have the same two children.
And just so you know, I did not introduce myself at the beginning of this.
Whoops. Okay. Well, we have two children. and 3 fur children. And we live in New Jersey.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's good.
Cool.
But I wanted to talk about the ADHD tax.
Yes.
And I wanted to give some examples of ways that this has shown up in our lives. We both have ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I feel like mine is, I am of the more forgetful variety and like lose track of things variety than you are. So the first example I have of the ADHD tax.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
I have not studied for this. I just want to put that out there. I'm coming into this blind. Aside from
knowing that it's about the ADHD
that's
tax.
it. Yes.
Okay.
So
right. We
play.
We didn't rehearse this.
No.
The ADHD tax, my first example, is the car registration.
Okay.
Because, and there's layers to this.
Sure.
Because I cannot for the life of me open our mail. That is like one one of my impossible tasks when it comes to my, I don't know if it's like fully just ADHD or if it's like, you know, a combination of things that contribute to it. But opening the mail, anxiety, yeah. Opening the mail is really, really hard for me.
Yeah.
And I let it pile up pretty bad most of the time.
Yeah.
And one of the things that gets mailed to your house is your car registration.
I think, and it wouldn't be so bad if it was like, hey, this came in, can you deal with this?
Yeah, no,
but instead
it's in the stack of mail that I have not looked through.
Yeah, and then sometimes it goes somewhere safe.
Yeah. Somewhere safe. TM. So the car registration arrives. It's in the mail pile for sometimes months. And then they send it far enough in advance that you are okay and you're lulled into a false sense of security after a while. And then suddenly you're late.
Yeah, it's so sudden. It's a one-time thing. And it's the out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
And when I see the envelope, it is, oh, wow, this is really important. Then it's gone.
Never look at it again.
Then it's gone. And it's not until, because who's looking at their registration every day?
No one.
So it's not like I get in my car, I'm like, gotta enter my registration number. Oh, I gotta do that.
It's not like your car doesn't start when your registration expires. Your car still starts.
Yep. It's the something that reminds me of something that reminds me of something.
And then we're like, oh my God, the car registration.
Exactly. That's it.
And then we go to pay it and there's like a fee or a fine, or they like prorate you for the time that you didn't pay for, and you end up having to pay more than originally indicated on the little card. And it's like, all right, I get it. Like, they have to have rules, I guess. They have to draw the line somewhere.
You're one step away from, this is a racket.
This is a scam. But then you find the card, you're like, oh, damn it. You pay the thing.
Yeah.
And for me, when you come to me and you say, hey, I did the car registration, and I know that you're not like passing judgment on me at all,
no.
I feel a sense of guilt where I'm like, oh my God, that was supposed to be taken care of months ago. And because I can't open the mail and because I put it somewhere and I didn't just deal with it when it first came onto our plates, this is my fault. So it's a double whammy tax. It's the money tax. It's the emotional tax.
Sure.
The shame tax.
That's tough.
It is tough. We also have the subscriptions that we pay for but never use. For example, the gym. I think about going to the gym every single day.
Mm-hmm. And do you go?
No.
And there's a multitude of reasons. And I don't know. Again, not a doctor. But I feel like so much of it has to do with at some step of neurodivergence, be it the task itself, be it the people you may or may not interact with, be it the trip to the gym.
So the trip to the gym is not even the problem. You know I hate to leave the house.
I do.
I have on multiple occasions driven to the gym, sat in the gym parking lot for 15 minutes, and then driven back home.
Yeah, I can't fault you for that.
And I think it's like there's a lot of overlap in autism and ADHD.
Sure.
In the way that it manifests. But I also think that, like, I tend to be like, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all.
Oh, that hurts.
And I don't feel like I'm doing the gym right.
Yeah.
When I go to the gym. So it takes a lot for me to go in there and do something when I know I'm not doing it right. I'm pretty sure that I'm not doing it right.
Yeah. Or you think someone else thinks you're doing it wrong?
It's not even that.
Really?
I hate that. It's not even that. It's not even that I think other people are watching. Because I go to Planet Fitness. Like, there's people working out in jeans in Planet Fitness.
Sure.
So I don't really feel like other people's judgment.
Well, that's nice.
I don't really care about that.
Okay.
But
You're just judging yourself?
I'm judging myself, and I wish that I had like a personal trainer to show me how to do things.
I'm going to challenge you on that.
Okay.
Do you really think that a person who is assigned to you to hold you accountable at the gym is the thing that would get you to go more?
I don't know. I think about that every day too. You know Amanda, whose events I go to sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
She's a personal trainer in addition to her marketing business. And today even, I was on her website looking at her training packages because I keep going back to it thinking I could cancel my gym membership, sign up for a personal training package with her, and sign up for the gym that she goes to. And do personal training with her for like a month until I get into the rhythm of doing the gym. And then I would feel more confident doing it on my own.
So you're spending the tax.
Spending the tax. And this is also a time tax.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I have looked at her website multiple times this week. Every day I'm thinking about it. Time tax. And the gym is a money tax. ADHD tax. I'm telling you. Okay, let me tell you about another one that I find in business. And I'm actually pretty good about this one, but it has happened a few times, maybe a couple times. When someone reaches out to me or I connect with someone and they seem really interested in something that I'm offering.
Okay.
And the conversation sort of like falls off for whatever reason. Like one of us has to go pick up our kids and we kind of just stop chatting for a while.
Sure.
Yeah. You are supposed to go and follow up with those people. Do I remember to follow up with those people?
Do you?
Not always.
So do you set alarms?
No, because my brain likes to ignore alarms. I just whoop. I'm doing the motion of swiping the alarm. Whoop.
Yeah.
And
that's the universal sound for that.
Whoop.
Yeah.
And 15 seconds later, I don't even know that the alarm has happened. It's gone.
Question. For your business, keeping track of when meetings are happening and all that, what has you go to the meeting?
So if it's an actual meeting, I put it on my calendar. If we're having a conversation in the DMs and there's a pause in the conversation and a couple days go by and I need to follow up and re-engage the person and see how they're feeling about what we talked about. I do have a lead tracker.
Sure.
And I am pretty good about putting people in there. If I initially connect with the person on like a, hey, we might be friends kind of basis, and then it turns into a conversation where they might be interested in something I'm offering, I didn't put that person in my lead tracker.
Mm.
My friend Casey would say, even if you think they're going to be a friend, put them in your lead tracker, because your lead tracker also serves as a friend finder. I can hear Casey's voice in my head actually saying that right now.
I know for me at work, it's the same thing, that if it's a one-time alarm, more oftentimes than not, I'm turning that off, and it's like, that's annoying.
It goes immediately out of my brain.
It's gone. So what I have to do is I have to set it up as we use Teams. So I use a Teams meeting, which Teams will automatically let me know 15 minutes before. I go, way too early for that. And then it'll do 10 minutes before. I'm like, okay, come on, stop with this. 5 minutes before. And by then, most of the time, it's like, okay, this is in my head. Still, on some occasions, there's enough that's like, something will pop up in my face, and then it's gone.
I find that as long as it's on the calendar, I will remember it. Like, I look at my calendar frequently during the day. I was just putting together for my new program, just putting together the different planning archetypes. Are you a calendar person? Are you a list person? Are you a paper person?
Yeah.
Putting together those, and I was trying to figure out like which one I am. I think I'm a hybrid calendar task person.
Sure.
And once I found the right calendar and I found the right like way to categorize things in my calendar, I use it all the time. I use it. I'm checking that thing multiple times a day.
You know what I found started to work for me?
What?
And also gives me, strangely, a little dopamine hit. Sticky notes.
I can get on board with sticky notes.
I started writing sticky notes. And at first it was like, okay, what? I have so many. I need to do these. These are the tasks I need to do. But then I started doing them, and then what do?
You throw the sticky note away?
Yeah, you crumple that bitch up.
Yeah. You
and throw it out. And I watch it go in, and it's like, yeah.
Okay, so you're not a checkbox person. You are an I actually need the satisfaction of throwing this fully away.
Yeah, checkboxes don't help me. Unless it's a quest queue in my video game. But as far as like a task goes for me, for some reason, checking a box is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of like productivity coaches, people who do the same thing that I do out there that are post-it shamers. They use post-its in their marketing as like the epitome of evil. Where they're like, you are doing a shit job at life because look at all the post-it notes you're using. I'm the kind of person where I'm like, hey, you use post-it notes. Is that working for you? Is that functional for you?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, okay, keep doing that.
Oh, man.
You don't need to stop. No post-it shaming here.
I was about to say post-it shaming. Paying extra for sticky notes now.
Paying extra for sticky notes. One more.
Cool.
Because it kind of relates to the sticky note thing.
Okay.
It is the time cost of trying to force yourself into systems that don't work for your brain before you finally figure out and build the ones that do work for your brain.
Can I say also, when I'm going to use the word inevitably, but I don't know the time period because it changes all the time for me. But after 3 months, my brain goes, actually, I don't like sticky notes anymore. And then I have to go through the process of
developing
finding a new one.
system. Yep. That is so real.
So, like, what do you do with that?
What do you do with that? I know what you do with that.
What do you do?
I was going to do this next part of the podcast, like as a conclusion on my own, because I figured it would bore you. But we can just do it now. You
can't bore me.
Okay. So there's 3 principles.
Okay.
And actually this is the foundational 3 principles that my new program is built on, which are the principles that underwrite everything I do in my offers. First is rhythms over routines.
Okay.
You've heard me talk about this one before.
I have.
Where our brains are not optimized for rigid structures and rigid routines. We need rhythms that have built-in flexibility.
Mm.
The second one is rooting your rhythm. So that means rooting your rhythm in the minimum, finding the bare minimum of that system, like your planning system, your task management system. Your bare minimum for keeping track of your tasks is writing it on a sticky note.
Okay.
And if you have time to maybe transfer those sticky notes into a longer to-do list or a task manager or something like that.
Yes.
Or if you are having to delegate those tasks to people, to remember to put those into a system where you can delegate those tasks to people.
Okay.
That's above the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So finding the minimum and being rooted in that, having your rhythm be rooted in that, that's the second principle.
Mm-hmm.
The third principle is systems in motion, and this is the answer to your question. Systems are living things.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to change. And the key is to go through the testing and adjusting cycle with them and anticipate that your life will change, your capacity will change, your needs will change, your brain will change. And if you can anticipate that and not see it as a failure, but rather just part of the cycle,
Yeah.
then you are setting yourself up for a more graceful transition into the next system, whatever it is.
Mm.
And sometimes you just need to tweak it a little bit to make it new enough for your brain, where I'm in the habit, or have been in the past in the habit of throwing the whole system away.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to throw the whole system away. Sometimes you just need to tweak it a little bit.
Okay, so like for sticky notes, maybe it's a different color.
A different color, or instead of a sticky note, you get a tiny notebook.
Oh, so you're still writing
You're
it.
still writing it.
Oh. So it's normal.
Yeah. For our brains,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%.
Interesting.
That's why those, like, not to like call him out, but James Clear, his book Atomic Habits, and how he's just like, you just have to do the same thing every day.
Oh my gosh.
Just have to do the same exact thing every day for the rest of your life and you'll be fine. I'm oversimplifying his Atomic Habits principle, but like that's not going to work for us.
There have been plenty of times when I have read a self-help book and gone, how the fuck
This was not
do
written
you
for me.
expect me to do that? How
Yeah.
does one do this?
Well, that is a very neurotypical frame. Those books have a neurotypical frame.
Got it.
And because it is neurotypical, it is normalized, they assume that everyone else's brains work the same way. And that's why that time cost is there, and why it really does cost us so much time trying to force ourselves into systems that don't work. And it can also be a financial cost because you're buying that book.
True.
You're buying a template. You're paying for a software that some neurotypical, productivity expert swears by.
Not shaming.
Not shaming.
It apparently works.
It works
for a bunch of
well
people.
for a lot of people. And if you are neurodivergent and you are not aware that there is a fundamental difference in how our brains work,
Sure.
of course you're going to try those things because it seems like it's working for everyone.
Yeah.
And I've been there.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, that's where the shame comes from too, because it's like everybody I've talked to has said this is the book.
Why doesn't this work for me? What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not. It's that book isn't for you. That system isn't for you.
And that's okay.
And that is okay. It just means that you have to find a way to work with your brain instead of against it. You want systems that fit you, not fight you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Anytime. I'm probably going to make you do more episodes with me.
Okay.
It's much easier for me to talk to someone else.
Yeah.
than just to try to riff on my own.
You're a great riffer.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I don't have a cool sign off yet. Stay neurodivergent, San Francisco. That's not it.
No, what would be your sign off?
I always, at the end of my videos, I always say, I'll see you in the next one.
Do you want to just say you'll hear me in the next
I'll
one?
hear you in the next one.
No,
You'll hear me in the next one.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
not hearing them right now.
Thanks for listening. I'll hear you in the next one.
Nope.
Thanks for listening. You'll hear me in the next one.
That's the one.
I don't think that's the one.
That's not the one.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, but you said it right that time.
I did. This has been the inaugural episode of The Cauldron.
That's what this is?
This is called The Cauldron.
The Cauldron.
Because it's where I'm stirring all my ideas.
Oh, snap.
And serving them up.
Do you serve from a cauldron?
You can.
Okay.
People
cool.
serve stew. Stregonona served pasta.
Bless Stregonona.
Bless Stregonona. You can also serve poisons and potions from a cauldron.
From a cauldron, yes.
I promise not to serve any poison from this particular cauldron. I will serve pasta and potions.
There we go. Maybe there's your sign off somewhere in there.
Serving up pasta and potions on this episode of The Cauldron. Business pasta. Serving up business pasta on this episode of The Cauldron.
Some business noodles.
All right, let's end this.